Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be like a monthly favourites video, but it's not just going to be like this last month. This is like products that I've been liking for quite a few months. I was going to do like end of year like favourites, but I had a couple of new products that I was actually just using, so I thought I'll give it a couple of months and then do kind of like, it's a monthly favourites but over the last few months. So yeah, if you'd like to see what my current favourites are, then please just keep watching. With like hair care first, because there is a new like shampoo and conditioner like set thing that I have been using and trying out for the last few months, and that is the Matrix Total Results the Rebond. So it's actually a 3-step system. So I've probably used, well, I've been using it for quite a few months now, and I've probably got about here. The product does go a little bit, does go a long way. So how it works is it's a strengthening rehab system. So you use this one first. This is the number one. So this is a shampoo. So you wash your hair twice with this for the first time that you use it, and then you then go in with the Rebond. This is the pre-conditioner. So, and then you leave this on for 10 minutes. This is the first time. Then after you've left that on for 10 minutes, then you lay it over the top of it, and you don't actually rinse that out yet, and you use just the conditioner on its own. And I've been using this for quite a few months. So what I normally do is I do the 3-step, then I'd like wash my hair like twice normally, and then do this step again. Just because I only wash my hair like between 1 to 2 times a week. So I'm not like someone that washes it all the time. If you washed it all the time, then obviously you probably wind up using this more like maybe twice a week, or like if you're someone that washes her every day or something like that, but I'm not. I really like this, and I've been really liking the smell of it. It's not like too fragrancy, but it is quite nice. I will leave like a price in the top bit so you can see how much it is. But I've just been giving this a go because if you don't know, I have been trying to get my hair quite long to grow. I am going to be having it cut in the next few days, so just to kind of blunt it off again, because it does always need like a nice little trim. So yeah, I've really been liking these, and they've been my go-to shampoo at the moment. And then obviously every now and again I do just use like a purple shampoo just to kind of refresh my blonde. Then the next thing I'm going to talk about is moisturiser, and this isn't going to come as a surprise if you watch my skincare or so I sometimes mention it like in my like makeup videos. It is the Queso Beauty, and this is the Rebalancing Moisturiser, and it's the Mallow and Cucumber one. I absolutely love the smell of it. It's just a very nice clean smell. I have used this for probably like the last 2 years. I use this before I put my makeup on. I do have one that if my skin's feeling a bit dry, it's a bit more of a thicker moisturiser, but more often than not I just use this because I love the smell of it. I love the way my skin feels. It doesn't feel too heavy, and also I do really like to layer it with oil. Which I do like the oil, but I am going to be trying another one just because sometimes it just sits on my skin, it doesn't actually go into my skin. But yeah, I absolutely love this. Again, I will leave a price up here so you can check it out, but it's my favourite. I do like the cleanser and stuff with it, but I do obviously have another cleanser that I prefer to use. Then I'm going to move on to fragrance, and to be fair, I think I actually probably mentioned this in my last, like when I did like a combined favourites, and it is the Paco Rabanne Olympia. I do have a lot of fragrances that I do like the Good Girl one by Caroline Herrera, the New York one. I do have a few that I like, but this is kind of like my go-to like scent at the moment. I do really like it, and I do have a little mini one that I can put in my bag as well, which is good. So I really like this. Then I'll jump into like makeup and stuff. So I'm going to do the ones that won't be so much of a shock first, just kind of like run through them. So obviously my foundation, I still feel as though I need to mention this because I absolutely love this foundation. It's the Revolution Conceal and Define, and it's in the shade F3, and this is literally £9, and I just absolutely love it. I love the coverage of it. I love the fact that it doesn't dry out your skin too much, and it's a great staple in my like draws from my foundation. I don't really use many other foundations at the moment. I do have 2 other that I might like use, but I kind of like intermix them with this as well because I really like the finish on this foundation. But yeah, it's just amazing. Absolutely love that. Then concealers as well. I have the L'Oreal and the e.l.f. one. It's the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer, and I have really been liking this concealer. However, the shade is too light to me and I haven't had chance to go and buy the dark shade. So this one is in the shade Fair Warm, and then I have the L'Oreal Infallible, and I'm actually mixing these two. It gives a really nice kind of like highlight underneath my eyes, and they're inexpensive and I really like them. They're both quite good coverage, and they're great as well because you don't always have to set them down. Obviously I just do, sometimes I like dusting a powder, but sometimes I don't even do that, and I really like the 2 of these. Then the next thing that, when it first came out, I was a bit like, what does it actually do? Like, is it actually worth it? Is it not? I was very much kind of thinking, and then there was an offer on, I think it was around Black Friday, and it was quite cheap, so I thought I would pick it up, and it's the Brow Roy Conditioning Primer by Benefit, and I really like this. I use this before I do it, like before I put my makeup on, so I'll do like my moisturiser, my lip balm, my primer, my face primer, and this, and I absolutely love this. It really does condition the brows, and because I just use a brow gel to actually do my eyebrows now, I don't use a powder or anything, it just makes the hairs look really nice, and they're nice and conditioned and nourished, and yeah, I really like this. Then the next thing, I've got a primer which a lot of people are probably surprised about because I have oily skin, and this is the Anasu gel primer, gel foundation primer, and this is a hydrating primer, but I really like this for on the days that my skin is feeling a little bit dehydrated. It is great. It still makes my face being able to breathe, and especially with this foundation, oh, these are just beautiful together. I absolutely love it. The finish on my skin and everything, it's just amazing. So that is, I actually got this out of my Birchbox to be fair, so I probably would actually buy the full size because I do really like this. Then the next thing that I'm going to be I don't use this every day. It is the Jaclyn Mood Light Powder, Jaclyn Cosmetics Mood Light Powder. It's in the shade Dew Me. And I don't use this every day because I don't actually set my makeup now every day. But when I am using powder, so when I've been like setting my face, like if I'm going out on weekend and stuff like that, I love this for like kind of dusting over in certain areas. So I'll like kind of like dust it all over my cheeks, my chin, my forehead, my nose, and it just gives it a really soft, subtle glow. And if you don't want a super crazy highlight, I'll use this paired up with the JO2, and it gives a beautiful highlight on the cheeks, even if it obviously means that it's not super crazy intense. I absolutely love it. It's super finely milled and I really like it. Because at the moment I've just been feeling as though putting just normal powder on makes my face look too flat, and I know I for years was like, oh, you know, just flat powder, just like flat powder, everything like that, very matte. Now I'm not about that at all. I do like a nice healthy glow in my skin, and I don't like to cake on too many powder products. But if my skin is a little bit more dry, I definitely love this powder because it just gives it a really nice, beautiful, radiant glow. And yeah, so there's that. And then if you couldn't already tell, I do have all 3 of the brushes, but my favourite one is actually this. I do like the JO one for like dusting that powder all over. I do really like it, but I'm going for like favourites. And if you only had to get one, it would be this one for me, just because I can use it across all of them and it's just so universal. So I can use this brush with that powder and kind of like dust it all over my cheeks, on my forehead, certain areas, but then it also works well with the palette. I really like this and I love the brush. It's just like glitter to clear and it's great. I've washed it and it's absolutely fine. It hasn't shed or anything, it's kept its shape, which is great. So yeah, this is definitely a favourite. Then just because I mentioned the palette as well, my favourite is the Flash palette. I do really like this. My favourite shade actually in the palette is the shade Iced, which is right here. It's a super kind of like natural glow on my skin. Well, it's not natural, it is intense, but it suits in my skin very well. It's not like a super stark white highlight. Gleam is beautiful though for on the brow bone and in the inner corner, but Iced is my favourite, and I love this because I can just carry it around. It's very sturdy, I don't feel as though it's going to break or anything like that, but yeah, I really like this. You get 4 different ones, so you can do it for different looks and things like that. You can use it for eyes, for everything, which is great. Then sometimes a lot of people I find don't actually mention like mascaras like in their favourites, because it's kind of a thing that gets brushed past. But I actually received this for Christmas. Normally, obviously, I don't spend a lot on my mascaras. I like Birchbox normally always send me one in a box, but I haven't had one in a while in a box. So I got it was the Dior Show mascara. I got it in a set for Christmas, and I have been using it and I really like it. I love it for my bottom lashes. It just makes them look really nice, and obviously at the moment I have got Russian lashes on, so obviously I don't need mascara for my tops, but I do really like this for my bottom lashes. And before I had the lashes on, I really like them for my top lashes as well. It makes them look really thick, nice and volumized, and yeah, obviously it is quite an expensive mascara, so I can understand if a lot of people don't want to spend that kind of money. But like I said, I got this as a gift and I've really been liking it, so I just thought I'd share it with you guys. Then I'm just going to quickly mention an eyeshadow palette, just because I've been loving this and I have been using it quite a few times in my videos. It's really good, like it's an easy go-to kind of like palette. It's an easy go-to kind of palette. The shades are great and they're beautiful. You can create loads of different looks out of it. And this is the Heaps of Sweets by Shan XO, and XO, obviously XO Beauty because it's her business. But I absolutely love this. I love the pigmentation. It's great if you don't know what kind of look you want, because I absolutely love this shade right here. It's called Caramel, and I love this on like a big brush buffed into the crease with that topped on the lid. It's just absolutely beautiful. I adore it, and it wasn't that expensive either, but I did actually get it as a gift. I got it for Alex. But yeah, I absolutely love this, so I just thought I'd mention that as well. So yeah, they are kind of like my current favourites at the moment of what I've really been liking. In the comments down below, leave me a comment on what your favourite product is at the moment, whether it's a hair care product, makeup product, fragrance, anything. Just let me know in the comments down below what your favourites have been. And yeah, if you have enjoyed this video or you've liked any of the products that I have mentioned in this video, then please give it a big thumbs up, and also hit the subscribe button down below. That way you are notified every time that I upload a video, especially if you click the little bell icon. I have changed my upload schedule, if you guys haven't already realised. I am now uploading on a Sunday, but I am doing like an odd bonus video, like if I get like my Birchbox box through or whatever, if there's just something that I really want to share with you guys, I am going to maybe do like a bonus video. But at the moment I'm currently set to just doing Sundays, which so far we've been consistent with. I know it's only been like 2 weeks, but you know. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching this video, and I will just catch you on my next one. Alright, bye guys.